Yeah. City never sleeps, but the city never talks. Just watches through the windows while the lonely figure walks. Streetlight catching shadows on the wet November ground. Every footstep swallowed by the absence of a sound. I know these streets by text and not by name anymore. I know which corners carry weight and which ones keep the score. I know the coffee shop that stays open past the dark, where the waitress never asks and pours before you start, explaining why you're sitting there at 3:15. She just nods and disappears and leaves you with the tea, and the silence in the window and the rain against the glass. Some nights that is everything, some nights that is all you ask. I walked out of the apartment when the walls began to breathe, when the ceiling got too heavy and I needed room to grieve. Something I could not identify your name or put to rest, just the weight behind the sternum sitting quiet in the chest. So I walked. 3 a.m. and the city is honest. Nobody performing and nobody promised anything to anyone beneath these lights. Just the real ones still awake on real nights. Past the man asleep on cardboard near the station on the left, covered in a jacket that was barely keeping out the death of the cold. And I stopped, stood there for a minute, thought about the distance between his life and mine, and everything within it that I took for granted, while complaining about small things, about the quality of silence and the weight that nothing brings. He had everything taken, I had everything given, and we're both awake at 3 a.m. in the same city, living two completely different versions of the same cold street. And somehow both of us are searching for the same heartbeat of something real, something solid, something worth the morning. I left what I had in my pocket, walked away without performing generosity for anyone. Nobody saw, that was the whole point. Some things only count when they happen in the dark and disappear into the joint between one moment and the next. 3 a.m. and the city is honest. Nobody performing and nobody promised anything to anyone beneath these lights. Just the real ones still awake on real nights. I have had conversations at this hour that rearranged the entire architecture of the way I saw the world. Said things I never said in daylight, heard things that completely furrowed, then unfurled something deep inside the chest I kept locked down. Because 3 a.m. removes the armor and the gown of everything you present to the ordinary day. At 3 a.m. the truth just walks right out and starts to say what it has been meaning to say for months, for years, for a lifetime of rehearsing in the mirror without ever having the courage and the hurting necessary to release it into actual open air. 3 a.m. is the only hour that is honest enough to bear the full unfiltered weight of everything a person carries past the point of sleep, into the hours where the city gets so quiet and so deep that you can hear yourself think for the first time in forever. And what you hear is not always comfortable, but it is always true. 3 a.m. and the city is honest. Nobody performing and nobody promised anything to anyone beneath these lights. Just the real ones still awake on real nights. I turned back toward the apartment when the sky began to change. That particular deep blue that sits right at the edge of strange and familiar. Not night anymore, not morning yet, just the in-between hour that carries no regret and no agenda and no schedule and no name. Just a man walking home through a city that stayed exactly the same, whether he was there or not, and somehow that is comforting. The city does not need me, the street does not require my presence to be real. The rain was falling long before I stepped outside to feel it, and it will rain again tomorrow night on someone else's story, on someone else's 3 a.m., on someone else's glory, and grief and revelation, and the weight they carry home. The city holds it all, the city holds it all. The city holds it all.